In today's class, we will study drawing of conclusion. This topic is present in BMS third phase syllabus uh, in the research methodology, 6th chapter and 6th point. The topic name is drawing of conclusion. Here, drawing of conclusion is the final step of the research. Whenever you are doing the complete research, the research process is completely over. After that, the final steps of in the research after the finding or summarizing meaningful decisions are made. That is the drawing of conclusion. It means whenever you are collected the data, analyzing the data, after that the research in which the findings you are collected and summarizing the total meaning here in the research, after that you are concluding, that is called as a drawing of conclusion. This is about the introduction. Next one is the definition. Here definition, the conclusion is the interpretation of the research finding based on the data analysis and study objectives. Whenever we are starting our research, the main our aim objective is there. Based on our aim and objective only, we are starting the research. The first is the study the objective. Based on the objectives, and after that the data we are collecting and analyzing, based on that the findings, based on the research findings, whatever we are understanding, whatever we are interpreting, that is called as a conclusion. This is about the drawing of research. Next, for the drawing of research, we cannot tell that randomly this is the conclusion. If you want to tell in the research, there are the steps are there. After the steps only we are concluding that this is the result or this is the conclusions. There are some few steps are there in the research. After that only we will tell that this is the conclusion. The first step is the review of research objectives. Whenever we are starting the research based on our aim and objectives, the first of all what we are doing, according to our requirement, according to our objectives only, whether the research is properly done or not, that is the review of research. After that, collection of the data. After collection, that analyzing and summarizing the findings based on our research objectives, whatever we are collected the data, that collected data we are analyzing, and after that summarizing the whatever the findings are there. Whenever you are summarizing, after that we are comparing it with the result, whatever the result is there, based on the hypothesis assumption that, for example, one drug it is there, you are assuming that you will get the result, X drug is treating Y disease. This is your assumption, this is your hypothesis. Based on all the research findings, you are comparing that, whatever you are collected the data, analyzed data, what is your aim and objective, that you are comparing here in the result. After the next steps in the drawing result, identifying the relationships, that is the variables, that is the relation is there or not in the variables, that we are identifying the relationships, and finally we are concluding that the significance of the result. This is the 4 steps. Lastly, after concluding all that, the final thing is the making final inference. Based on all the steps, we are concluding that this is the final steps, or after the data collection, after analyzing, after all the steps, we are assuming that this is the positive result or this is a negative result, like that we are concluding. This is about the steps of the conclusion or drawing of the conclusion. The next topic is the characteristic of good conclusion. Which research we are consider as a good concluding research. Here the characters, what are the characteristics are there? Whenever you are writing your thesis work or your article, in that the conclusion should be very clear and concise. It should be easily understandable and simplified in the little few lines only. You should be complete, that is a clear and concise. Next, after that, based on the collected data, whatever you are writing the conclusion, that you randomly can't tell that this is a positive result, negative result, or like that. You have to, everything we have to explain based on the whatever the data we are collected, that based on the data we have to conclude it. Okay, this is the rules is there. And next step is the based on logical. Whatever you are telling, that is based on logical. If your logic it is there, if it is giving positive result only, then you have to tell that this is the positive findings. Like that, the logical only, based on logical. And next step is the unbiased. Whatever you are concluding, that should be unbiased. It means should not be one-sided result. It should be after the comparing, after the considering all the findings, your result should be correct. It means that based on your interest, you should not tell that the positive result or negative result. Based on the whatever findings only we have to conclude, that is the unbiased result. It should be there. Unbiased conclusion we have to write in your thesis work or in your research paper. The next one, related objectives. The based on whatever the result it is there, whatever we are writing the conclusion, first our thing is that the aim and objective, whether that conclusion is related to the objectives or not, that whether it is fulfilling the objective or not, that we have to see in your result. That is considered as a good conclusion. Next one is the scientific validity. Whatever you are explaining, whatever you are conclusion you are writing, that each and everything should be the clearly scientific meanings. It should be there according to the whatever the requirements, guidelines it is there scientifically. You have to fulfill. After that, we have to give the based on scientific validations only. We have to conclude that if all these are there, if all these things are there, then that is called as a characteristic of good conclusion of your research work. The next one, importance. What is the importance? Why we have to write the conclusions in our research work? The conclusion is the first of all, it gives the final outcome study. Whatever the since 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever you are doing the research work, it will give the final outcome. After that, what is the result it is there, that it will give. The next one is the helps in the decision making. This whatever the data it is there, some organizations helpful, some Ayush Mantralaya, it may be government bodies or some other companies also, they are utilizing your data for making the policies or making the decisions. The different government organization or non-government organization also, they are utilizing your data. That is the helpful your conclusions it is there. Next one, provide recommendations. Whatever the you are felt the difficulty while doing the research, the whatever the things you are faced, or whatever good things are there, bad things are there, you can write the recommend in that the conclusion that this much I did, that if someone is following that topic, then better you have to do this much or improve something, like that you have to write the recommendation also. The next one is the basis for the future research. It is whatever you are did your research work, the conclusion while you are concluding the research, that research is considered as a base. After that base only, the future researcher or next generation people, they are utilizing your data and it is considered as a base, and it is helpful in the research work. That's the very important thing in the while doing the research. This is the drawing on the research. Lastly, the conclusion is that the proper conclusion improve the validity. So whatever you did the proper research work, the conclusion if you return in your research work, in your hypothesis, then it is the valid or considered as a good research and useful in the research finding. Whatever the research work it is did, that is the useful in the research finding. This is all about the drawing of the research or concluding the research. Hope you understood today's topic. If you like it, please share to your classmates, friends, and your relatives. Thank you.